Trying to conceive? It is such a journey of hope, isn't it? So much anticipation. But real wisdom is also about knowing when to just pause, when to hit the reset button, and actually listen to what your mind and your body are trying to tell you. Because sometimes, taking a step back is truly the most powerful way to move forward.
All right, so let's get into it. Here's our game plan. We're going to start with the emotional weight of this whole thing. Then we'll completely redefine what taking a break really means. And after that, we'll dive into 5 crystal clear signs that it might be time to rest, listen to your body, and so importantly, protect your partnership.
First up, we have to talk about the pressure. It's immense. The source material we're looking at really nails how this journey can go from being this hopeful, exciting project to something that feels like it's just taking over everything.
And maybe that quote just hits you right where you live. It's that feeling when every single thought, every conversation you have, every little action you take, it all starts to revolve around this one goal. It's not just a part of your life anymore, it feels like it is your life. And that kind of intensity, that leads to some serious burnout.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. We have to reframe what taking a break even means. Because let's be honest, it's got this negative vibe, right? Like you're admitting defeat or something. But what we're being encouraged to do here is see it as a powerful, proactive choice you make for your own well-being.
And this slide just lays it out so perfectly. A break is not about giving up. It's not about failing. What it is about resetting emotionally. It's giving your body a much-needed chance to find its hormonal balance again. And maybe most importantly, it's about protecting your mental health and strengthening that core foundation, your relationship.
So, if a break is really this positive thing, this act of self-care, how do you actually know when it's time? I mean, what are the signals you should be looking for? Well, thankfully, our source gives us 5 very clear, unmistakable signs to watch out for.
Okay, so the very first sign often shows up in your social life, in the way you're interacting or not interacting with the people you care about.
Think about it. If you used to be that bubbly, outgoing person, the one who was always the life at the party, and now you're dodging invitations to baby showers, making excuses to miss family events, or just generally pulling away from your friends. That is a massive red flag that this whole journey is taking a serious toll.
All right, on to the second sign. This one is all about that emotional roller coaster that starts to define every single month. I mean, ask yourself this. Is your cycle still filled with hope? Or has it become totally dominated by anxiety leading up to ovulation and then just pure dread when it's time to take a pregnancy test? That feeling of your heart hammering in your chest? That absolute terror of seeing another negative? When the whole process is just emotionally painful, your mind is screaming at you that it needs a rest.
Okay, let's talk about sign number 3. This one points to a specific behavior that can creep up on you and quickly turn into an obsession.
Oh yeah, this is a big one. It always starts out innocently enough, right? But before you know it, you're tracking your cycle, your temperature, every bite of food you eat, your trips to the gym, your moments of intimacy. Your phone is just loaded with apps, and tracking has gone from being a helpful tool to a full-blown obsession. That is a clear sign you need a mental break.
Now, sign number 4 is the one that's pretty much impossible to ignore. This is when the stress stops being just in your head and starts showing up physically in your body.
Your body is so incredibly smart. So when it starts sending you signals like messed up cycles, not being able to sleep, constant headaches, or a libido that's just completely gone, that's not random. That is your body speaking to you directly, telling you that the stress level is way too high and something has got to change.
And that brings us to our 5th and final sign. And honestly, this one might just be the most important of them all, because it's all about the health and the strength of your partnership. This is such a critical and often painful indicator. When intimacy is no longer about connection and love and just enjoying each other, and instead it feels like this mechanical task on a to-do list, something you have to get done so you don't miss your chance, that's a huge sign the pressure is damaging something really precious. This is when you have to look for the signs of strain. You might notice little blame games starting up, or your partner starts to feel this enormous pressure to perform. It's just that overall feeling that things are shaky or weird between you. And let's be real, the ultimate goal is to bring a child into a strong, loving partnership, not one that's been fractured by the process of trying to get there. Whoa, let's just sit with that for a second. That is such a powerful, powerful statement. The foundation of your partnership. That's the bedrock.
That's the thing that has to be protected above all else, because that is the loving home you're hoping to build. It has to be the #1 priority.
So at the end of the day, this whole conversation isn't about giving up hope. It's about empowering you to listen. Taking a break isn't putting your dream on hold. It's an incredible act of love for yourself and for your partner. It's about making sure you are both strong, connected, and healthy for whatever amazing future is waiting for you.